Generic greetings and welcome back to Megaquarium. In the previous episode we started on mission 3 and we've progressed on quite nicely. If I just zoom into the entrance here, the entrance to the aquarium, which apparently comes from some blue netherverse, we have a tank right in the centre which is full of things that swim and hopefully not float, as well as some debris and rubble, so that's a nice tank. On the far left we have our corals, which are disco mushrooms. On the right we have our eels, and then in this one we have some crustaceans. You can see there's some crabs having a little wander there, and then finally these, I believe they're foxface, I was going to say yellowtails, but they're not. They're foxface rabbit tails or something. Let me have a quick look. Or rabbit fish. It is a foxface rabbit fish, yeah. There you go. We also put in this big tank around the back, and this is, well, the original one jutted out. I thought I could use any deep tank, but you can't. You have to use deep wall tank specifically, so that's why I have to put this in here. And this is going to be filled with, well, several animals, so we'll crack on with that. I've already taken the liberty of placing some new heater and filter combis, but we might have to add some more because this is quite a large tank. 112 to be precise. What I also want to do before anything else really though is go down to the bins and place a bin in here and here, because there tends to be a lot of rubbish getting flung around here, which is a shame. So let's fill this with some animals. So let's have a quick look. What can we have? Well, we've got some new stuff. We've got things like the dotty back here, which dislikes everything in this list, so you can't put it with some of these, but it dislikes other dotty backs, grammars, and antigens. Oh, so you can't place it with other things of itself, I guess. It's also a bully and will pester wimps, so we don't really want to have that in our tank. So what else do we got? We've got the reef squirrelfish, which doesn't like lights. We've got the flame angelfish, which dislikes other angelfish, so we'll probably put one of those in because we can. Oh, there's a new animal unlocked. Okay, a panther grouper. We'll probably try and use that one then. Let's have to see what we got. Oh, there's no other animals. Let's see if we can place that animal in there. So, panther grouper. It eats 33% more food and creates 33% more waste for its size, so we have to worry about that. It only needs 55 water quality though, so that's pretty good. And growth time, and it grows to 14 after 4 days, so it's a fairly big fish. So let's put some of those in. So 1, 2, and that's all I get because basically the game stops me because the objective is now complete. Let me just pause it a second, and I'm going to go ahead and add some things that this needs. So it needs a rocky overhang, I think, so we'll put a rocky overhang in the centre. Actually, no, it seems more fitting that it goes in the corners like that, so that can go in the corner there. Our new objective is reach rank 5, which is earn a total of 350 prestige. So once we've got this tank in and this tank in, we might get that done. But anyway, let's just crack on and get this sorted. Also, that's now requiring fixing, which is not good. I don't know if I've got someone that's really good at fixing. Let's have a quick look. So Flick's good at not really good at anything, but just decent all-rounder. There's a level 2 in fixing, and there's a 3 in feeding. So I'd like to get a level 3 in fixing, and in fact there you go, Fred. So we'll hire Fred on the spot. So we now need to put some more animals in here. I might go for another one of these things. So there we go. We don't have the cave system required, so I'm going to put a bit of driftwood, say there, and maybe like along here, like that, and then we'll put some like foliage in there, so that's okay. Remember, these will grow up, so we want to make sure we've got enough space in there. We've got the lionfish here, which is, it's armoured. It doesn't like fish with size 2 or less, which isn't a problem, and it goes up to size 11. What about the clownfish? It's a wimp and doesn't like starfish. But let's get some clownfish in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll want a couple of these in. The lionfish. 1, 2. And by the time they grow, I don't really know if that's going to be alright, but we'll see. What I'll do is I will pick up the decoration here. We're going to pick that up, and I'm going to just move it into a different tank for now, because quite frankly, I think what we're going to do over here is put in another rocky overhang, and we'll put it there. And we also need better water quality, so I'll add some filtering shortly. We'll put some more rocks down there because it'll probably fit in quite nicely. We need some... Do I want to put one of these in? That should filter. Yeah, that filters it okay, so that's fine. We have mussels coming towards this, but we don't have any cockles. So let's resolve that. So we want... I think we'll put a mussels station there. That's what they used to call an Alan Schwarzenegger back in the day. And then we'll have some cockles as well. Same comment. So, let's go for... what else do you want to put in there? Some foliage. Probably a little shrubbery of some kind, I think. And if we just sort of fill it up with these shrubs, it'll probably look quite nice if we zoom in. So let's unpause it and make sure that that is all okay, which it is. And then, yeah, that looks nice. Yep, I'm happy with that. Excellent. And there's some interesting looking fish. And they're very spiny. Okay. In fact, they're all basically swimming knives, aren't they? Right. So that's all sorted. That's good. So, we've now got our new filter. It's a large filter. We'll close that. There's nothing else to research. I've also unlocked the really big filter and really big heater. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete those two, which immediately is going to basically kill them dead, but because it's paused we're okay. And then I will place a large filter in here, which should filter it fine, and then a large heater in there, and that should bring the temperature up to what it requires. Now we might need more filtration and more heat as the animals grow. Actually, I don't think we'll need more heat. I think just the filtration might go up. So, we'll see. So they're having a look at all of these fish, which is good. We want to have an area where they can sit down, so let's do just that. So we'll have a bench in... Oh, we can't have a bench there, which is a shame. Oh, because people stand in front there, of course. So we'll have one there and one there. I'm going to do the same on the other side because we're probably going to copy this. And I'm going to pick up that bench... pick up that... bin. I'm going to put it there, which that person was just about to fling stuff away. Now they can do that. Okay, so there we go. There's that all done. So we've got... Oh, actually, it looks like we are going to probably gain the required amount of prestige any second now. In fact, there we go. We've reached rank 5. So toilets. One of your guests needs a toilet. I'm assuming not like physically need to buy one, but just, you know, use the facilities. So build a dumping ground so they have somewhere to relieve themselves. No problem. Okay, so where can a toilet go? Well, I think if we just build it here, then that should be okay, and then we can just keep expanding that way. So let's just go to buy, and we're just going to buy a hefty chunk of this, which doesn't cost much. And we've all got 8 grand anyway, so we're fine. We'll obviously extend that along to there. And then this will be the toilet. So I'll say toilet cubicle there. Entrance is there. And that should be okay. I think what I'll do is that. And this section here, by the way, this will just be so the workers can go around the outside there. So the toilets then. Build 3 toilets. So basic toilet is 1, 2, and 3. And there we go. That is now completed. So we need to reach rank 5 now. Sorry, my mistake. We didn't reach rank 5 before, but it looks like we might hit it anyway just by waiting. There's the toilets finished off. I'm going to pause a second. I'm going to put some benches in there. Don't know if there's normally a call for that, unless there's a big wait for it. But we are now rank 5. There we go. Excellent. So we've unlocked a harbourside paint, a feather calupra, some nets, a palm tree, and lots of different fish, and some sponges and different things as well. Cool. Let's go. So great job. The collector is ready to reveal the list. It centers around 3 corals: blue tubular sponge, daisy star polyps, and toadstool leather coral. Oh, there we go. To provide the higher light levels these corals demand, you'll need the power light. After this, turn the blue tubular sponge the normal way by unlocking it with ecology. So we'll go for power light, and we will research the blue tubular sponge. There we go. And our objective is, reward you win. So in order to win this map, we need to unlock the power light, we need to get the sponges and things like that. So let's crack on with, what's happening there? Why is that? Access is currently being blocked. currently being blocked, is it? Is it because of the... Ah, to be fair, yes, I have sort of messed this up. Staff priorities. You know, you can give your staff different priorities for each task type. Simply click on the toggle next to them. Okay, I did not know that. So I can say, so your priority is cleaning or things like that. So, for example, fixing, your priority is level 3. So, yeah, there you go. You can also set zones as well. I was aware of this. I just haven't, I haven't actually done that. I don't think it's really required in a place this size. So let's just delete that toilet and indeed that wall. And I'm actually going to delete the bench and these sections here, because what we're going to do is we're just going to extend the wall like so, and then along to there. Alright, and then that gives us a little bit extra. And what I'll do, I might as well just pick up that bench, move it along to there, and we'll buy another bin. Okay, and obviously we need the wall along there as well. Excellent. Right, so I'm going to put some fish in here because it's a bit barren. And we'll put a dotty back in because we can. It's currently not filtered, so I'm going to put a dual filter in there, and that should be okay. Apparently it requires a cave, which the only way to get a cave at this point, rock, is to get a rocky overhang, which we can't fit in with this currently in its current place, rather. So rotate it round to there. We will buy a rocky overhang there, and I don't know what other stuff to put in. Let's put some of this in, which is like a new thing to us. And what about like a barrel? Yeah, and we've got a palm tree now as well. Oh, which can just be placed in wherever. Interesting. Cool. Very tropical. So that's one fish in there. The problem we have, I'm just going to pick that up and move it to there, by the way, just so we can get more around the back. Because at the moment we do have the yellow pellets, but they're on the other side of the aquarium, which is not good. So that's been put in. Let's go ahead and put in... What sort of things do you want? That's a bully, so we can't have wimpy fish. And ideally ones that don't grow. We could put some hermit crabs in. 3 hermit crabs. They'll have a wander. It's a bully, and it doesn't like the fish of its like itself. This one here, the reef fish, is a shoaler. Dislikes lights. We got no lights, and does love cover. Ah, darn it! Tank's full. We need one more for them to be happy. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pick up one of these crabs. I'm gonna put it in. Can I not place them there? I think it's placed there. Yeah, it's in there. That's fine. So we'll have one more of those. So those are now happy. Filtration is a bit of a problem, but what we'll do is just put another, either another filter, probably a basic filter will be fine. No, it's not. It's terrible. Get rid of that basic filter. Power filter. How much is the power filter compared to... Power filter 63, protein skimmers more. Don't really care which one I use, because we should be fine either way. Right, so let's just have a quick look at our new tank, and there we go. There's our new tank. Excellent. Right, so there's that tank put in. So we now need to think about essentially the sponge tank. So I'm going to have it... What I'd like is a sunken one. So I'm going to have an expansion of land, like so, which is a fairly over-the-top expansion. I'm sure you'll agree. Actually, I'm not too sure you'll agree. You might think it's totally acceptable. But either way, what we want to do is have an area here which is like fairly open. What we'll do is we'll have some palm trees and such, and they can walk around, and we'll have the big tank in the center. So let's place that tank. It doesn't have... Oh, we need a fully grown lionfish as well, and I don't think we currently have the lionfish unlocked. Oh, we do. We do. Yes, lionfish. We've got a couple of them over here anyway. Yeah, there's a lionfish. That's fine. Okay. In order to get, however, the blue tubular sponge and the daisy star polyps and the toadstool leather coral, we're already researching one of them. We're researching the blue tubular sponge. However, the other two, we need to either build a tank with a certain requirement. So this one here, build a tank with shoaling bannerfish, different plants, etc. I could say yes, that's no problem. And this one here, we get daisy star polyps if we grow a porcupine puffer to full level, which we, well, that's a panther grouper. Similar thing in terms of look, I think, but we don't have a porcupine puffer, so we're going to have to get one of those. So instead what we'll do is we will build a tank with the following: schooling bannerfish, different plants, fully grown zebra moray eel, and sufficient water quality. So we need to do this, so that's exactly what we'll do. So let's crack on with that. The tank I think we'll use will be a... We don't need a deep observer tank, but the difference is that if we don't, we might not be able to get all of those in. So we'll go for a corner tank. Like that, and we'll have it about there. Alright, so we'll delete this section here, and the rest we should be alright. We'll just be able to put it in like so, which we can. What size is it? 23. That's nowhere near big enough. Nowhere near big enough. Deep corner tank then. That's that is acceptable. Let's shrink it down somewhat to... That's 64. That's 80. That's okay. I didn't want it much deeper than that because it'll encroach on some other places. So what we'll do, we'll have our bit to go up there. We want to have a wall along here, and I'm just gonna for now block this off. Not that it matters too much, you understand. We need shoaling bannerfish. We don't have them unlocked, do we? No, schooling bannerfish there, not shoaling. Fully grown moray eel. So let's crack on with the moray eel then. In fact, we do actually have moray eel fully grown over there, but we're going to have the tank with the same stuff in. So we'll have one eel, which I cannot find. There we go. It needs a cave, it needs some water. Yeah, understood. Well, it's got water, it's just very dirty. Let's put a power combi in, one there. Two there, and obviously that will probably require more filtration, but we'll see about that later. We will put a rocky overhang in because that's just the thing that we do. We'll put it in the corner actually like that because we can. And it needs red, and red's over there, so we're not going to place another one. I think it should be fine. I mean, you can put it right next to it and it'll do it. It's actually why wouldn't we? We might as well. So place one there, and when we've got the other stuff in, we'll sort that out. So different plants of 3 different plants. So let's have some eel bed, essentially. One there, and one there, and one there. And then in between that, we'll have some of this stuff. And then we'll have some of the kelps as well. Like that. And in the other areas we'll leave for now because I don't know what the other fish need. So let's just put it to max speed and we'll see how long it takes to unlock this other thing. It's a shame that I'm doing that one actually. Lose half of the research earned so far, which to be fair wasn't much, so it doesn't really matter too much. So let's just research the schooling bannerfish. Let's have a quick look at our new tank as well, and that's quite nice. Nice and It's swimming quite high. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty okay. I do like that tongue, actually. It's looking quite nice. All of the, like, the grasses and that look quite good. And that one looks quite good as well. So this area here is probably where we'll put our big coral tank. So what we'll do is we'll have a... It'll be a lagoon tank, because it's a deep tank, and we'll make it as big as we can. That's going to be the biggest tank in here, I would imagine. And we're going to pick it up, and we want to make sure we've got a gap 3 all the way around the outside, which we will if we put the wall around it here. Walls. Oh, there's our power light. We're now going to research the large protein skimmer, because we're going to need it for this. And we'll also need a... I think a large pump as well. But I'm not too sure. We probably will do. So there's our lagoon tank, as you can see. And we'll fill that up. After we've done this one, you understand. So I think we will leave it there. That has been some fairly good progress, I think. We've got... Oh, a protein skimmer broke down, which is why that's like that. Yeah, I think we're doing all right. We've got 1, 2, 3 tanks built. And decent expansion. We also have a really nice... a couple of good-looking tanks there. So, next episode, we will pretty much complete this, I think. This map. We'll be able to get this tank done. Is that a person that's stuck? Yes, they are. Sorry, Grace. There we go. We need to build a tank with the skilling bannerfish, different plants, etc., which is that one there. And then once we've done that, we can then get the different corals and then start building that one. We could probably build that one now and work on say growing the tubular sponge, but we'll see. I'm going to leave it there. Next episode, let's see how far we get. As always, if you have enjoyed the video, thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.